All right, well, hello and welcome back as we are getting ready for the first game of the night, as we are going to have the Arcadia Mages up against the Steinhatchee Scallops. Neither of these teams have done fantastic in their eyes this season, so we have Arcadia at 1 and 3 and Steinhatchee at 0 and 4, leaving them at 8 and 10 on the standings. Of course, Arcadia, though, two game fives in the middle, one a loss and the other a win. And so that has given them at least a little bit of life, and I'd say they have looked competitive, although they haven't always had their full roster. And of course, they had a different roster for the first few weeks. Over on the other side, it's been a struggle as of late, but they've played good teams as of late. So we'll see if we can see a better showing here out of the Scallops. Moving over to the weekly schedule, 2 games played with a sweep and a 4-game series. The favorite took one of them, while of course the closer one ended up being the more one-sided series in the end. And so we'll see as we're going to have 2 more games left to play tonight, and then a one that is held for tomorrow. Moving over to our standings then, you can see Chicago all alone at the top 4 now. We'll see if that changes tonight. That leaves Lincoln a step below at 4 and 1. Then the Freaks one step below that. New York and Calgary waiting, and then Arcadia trying to climb up and avoid falling to Havana. Meanwhile, Miami and Steinhatchee will be trying to climb up with Havana. Moving over to our stats then, the team averages are in favor of Arcadia, 4-2, with saves and demos going the other way. And Koa and Kolbob are the key players, although it is a tie between Kolbob and Yami over for Steinhatchee. All right, as we do have one team in, just waiting on the other one, and then we will get into this one. Hoping for a good series, I think, of course, but I don't know. I'm interested because I think it's fairly safe to say that I'm going to, well, I mean, not even. Just I think in the end I'm going to favor Arcadia. It's not really like a strong lean. It's not like a, oh, well, they've looked so much better. I just favor Arcadia. So I'm going to go 3-1. As we do have both teams in, but one team needs a second, and then we will hop into this one. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I like Arcadia's roster more. And obviously you can see better stats over for Arcadia and more offensive stats for Arcadia, which I think will lend well in a matchup of two teams struggling. That I think the team that can get more offense is going to have a better go of things. So I think this is close enough that we could absolutely end up seeing I think we could absolutely end up seeing a closer game or one that goes the other way. But personally, I believe more in the Arcadia roster, and so I believe that we probably see more out of them. Now, of course, especially for the people watching live on the Twitch stream, we're going to have a little bit of a long haul tonight as we have 4 straight series. Of course, this one's starting at 7 p.m. Then we are going to have an 8 and 9 p.m. game. And then the 10 p.m. game, although that one is a little bit more variable, as I've been asked to get it started pretty quickly after the 9 p.m. ends. And so that could turn into more of a 9:45, maybe 9:35 series, of course, depending on how long the 9 o'clock goes. But, I mean, focusing in on this one, not sure how much more there is for me to say. I think it helps the top teams, specifically Hanoi, if Arcadia lose. Yeah. Because, so next week, in both leagues, is going to be our first clinching scenarios. And so we're going to have our first chances for teams to lock their spot into the top 6. And the Scallops already have 4 losses, and so they care less about them. They would like Arcadia to get to 4 losses. Now, of course, well, not even of course, you probably don't know, but Chicago play Arcadia, which well, I mean, I'll get to Halio in a second there. Chicago play Arcadia, and so they could force that to happen anyway. Meanwhile, Hanoi don't, and so it could help. But Halio mentioned that if Arcadia loses strength, the victory goes down. Here's the thing. That doesn't really matter. Like, it might say you guys win in 4 games. If you win in 4 games tonight, it might hurt your tiebreaker against Chicago. Although realistically, I think the fact that you're playing Miami, probably just would put your SOV too low. And by the end of the season, that SOV doesn't usually matter. Most of the time, teams either have a unique record or are tie broken by head-to-head. And so your SOV going down a little bit, probably not the end of the world, but I mean, hey, if that's what you care about, you're very likely to clinch at some point anyway, and Arcadia are very likely to lose next week anyway. So, you know, not the biggest implications here. I think the biggest implication in general is just going to be that both these teams would quite like to win. Of course, Arcadia, not too far out of the fray, currently sitting in 7th, but as we see Steinhatchee start out with the first goal, they're trying to get themselves back into that conversation. It's a bit of a miss by Anomaly, and then Koa just gets dunked in by Yami. And so only 25 seconds in, already a strong start here for the Scallops. I've kind of messed up my muscle memory just a little bit, at least mentally. My mental muscle memory, which isn't how that works at all. Because I've created myself the scenario scene so that I could, like, you know, draft how to look. But I put it at the bottom so it's out of the way, but then my, like, mental, okay, series score is the bottom, works a little bit less. So, you know, that'll affect 2 days of games. It's all good. As Anomaly tries to get this one out to the corner. He'll get it downfield, looking to follow it up. 1 minute in, still just that 1 goal on the board, but plenty of time and plenty of chances as Koa gets the goal back. Anomaly over to Koa, the 2 involved in the defense on the goal the Scallops scored, this time involved in their own. As Arcadia answer back about 40 seconds later, and this game is tied up again. It certainly has been the case this season that Koa has been the goal scorer for this team. And so we'll see if that keeps up, because for right now, we have Anomaly getting involved, and it's 2-1 Arcadia. Yami tries to pop it away, but Anomaly's already waiting, and no one's ready for the save. So the Mages just slam it home. And in the course of 13 seconds, the game has flipped. And so now the Scallops forced to play from behind. We'll see if they can find their responses. That's another miss. Chance is already on it. Heavy pinch. And it's an own goal. It bounces the wrong way. Kolbob trying to turn away from it, but it just skips off his car and somehow bounces in. 3-1. It's 3 straight goals for Arcadia. And they have a 2-goal lead pretty early on here in the first game. Kolbob now behind it. Might have a good look, though. There's a response. Kolbob cuts around 1, takes his time, knows Koa's too far to the corner, plays it to the other side, and secures his team some fight. Still over 3 minutes left to go, and now a 1-goal game again. Chance now bouncing it in. Koa looking to block it away. Might have saved it. Not sure if there was a Steinhatchee player there. Either way, next shot's blocked away by 8-Bit Man. 8-Bit Man now slowing it down, looking for a cut. He'll beat 1. There's none left. And it's a tie game again. Kolbob playing lead blocker. He'll remove 1. He'll make sure Chance can't get it. A Bitman just had to beat one, and he does so. 2 minutes played. There are 6 goals scored. And we have parity at 3. Chance now trying to force it in. It's skipped off the ceiling. Anomaly won't get the read, but neither will Kolbob. Yami now off the back wall. A clean pinch out to the side. Anomaly, though, chasing it down, looking for the 50 in. Blocked away by Kolbob for now. Now the flick's over one. Waiting behind it. It's off the bar. High again. 8-Bit Man, though. He hits it. 4-3. We swing right back the other way as Steinhatchee steal another lead. It takes all 3, but finally they find the back of the net. This one's out towards the left. Kolbob under it. He'll send it downfield. Anomaly tracking back, slowing it down. Now popped up in the air. Still waiting behind it. It'll be Yami to get off the sidewall. Couple 50s on that, ends up with 8-Bit Man. He'll pop it up the corner, but well read by Chance. He'll run out of boost. He will get to the midfield. It'll only be stopped there as now it's off the right side. 8-Bit Man in the air. He'll win a 50 down into the Arcadia corner. Bit of an awkward bounce, but no one will challenge Anomaly. He'll get back to the midfield. Yami trying to send it back in. Chance gets a shot. A little bit awkward, but 8-Bit Man is there. Koa in the air next. He'll get up over one. Might be an awkward shot, and Kolbob doesn't even give it to him. He'll pop it away. 100 seconds left to go. Still a 1-goal Scallop lead, but maybe 2. What a save! Anomaly. That had to be most of the way into the net, but he just barely picks it. Now on the other end, that shot rings off the bar. No crossbar ping, which is interesting. Off the right side by Koa again. It's in the air. Yami off the back wall. It'll bounce out untouched. Anomaly now trying to go downfield. Thinks about a reset, but won't quite find it. The pass back now. No one there for it. 1 minute left to play. We've settled with 7. But will we see another goal? Will Arcadia find a response? Or will we end here as Kolbob, big win. That'll force him back. Koa tries to catch it a little bit low on boost, though. Now he'll be forced to give it up. Now played across. Chance right at Yami. That's on the target, but Koa is able to block it away. Koa now. He'll beat 2 more. Won't be able to get back to it, though. The bump will make sure of it. Now about another. Trying to slow down his recoveries. There are 30 seconds left to go now. Arcadia still trying to get out of their half, and Steinhatchee won't let them. This one up high, bouncing out to Yami. The shot is through. 5-3. 19 seconds left to go. And Steinhatchee may have just iced the game. Now in a very strong position. This one's popped away. 8-Bit Man will get it out again. Chance now trying to drop it down. Koa will jump in. Down off the ceiling. Koa another one high in the air. Chance will get it downfield. He may have a look at it, but he will not, and there won't be time anyway. The ball falls, and Steinhatchee are one ahead. A back and forth battle, but the Scallops outshoot them 10-8. And they outscore them 5-3 on a route to a 1-0 series lead. And so as we look to DFH for game number 2, I imagine we'll see less goals, first of all. Quite often. Who? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Never heard of him. I saw the joke eventually. As there are a couple pull shots. Eventually knocks 8-Bit Man too high in the air. Koa now a shot, but it's high. Kolbob a good touch. Chance now on it next. Bouncing down off the ceiling. He'll get the bump, and Anomaly will look for the center. 2 now dive, but it's blocked away by Steinhatchee. Koa will lose the 50 as well. He has abandoned Miku. We'll see if that works out for him. Anomaly trying to slow it down. Now 50 downfield. Nah, Halio, don't worry about it. He said no clue who that is. 8-Bit Man now in the air. He'll look for a couple more hits, but will eventually have to fall away from it. Anomaly, another 50 down off the ceiling. Colbob trying to play it in. 50 wide. No chance. Running low on boost. Will get a strong touchdown field. Koa now will beat one, but Colbob's there to respond. Anomaly also dove. It could be a look for Steinhatchee, but Chance cuts it off. Arcadia will not be caught for now. Although another look, Steinhatchee trying to threaten. Demo in the corner, but Anomaly will dive back in for a save. Anomaly now dunked back in by Yami. Steinhatchee really peppering the back wall here. But so far, we haven't seen them able to get a shot off it. We saw a trade of demos that opens up the midfield a little bit. Koa will bounce it over to the side wall. Yami, that one gets away from him. Anomaly to the back wall, but can't put the double towards net. This one passed off to Chance, bouncing around again. So, just by the way, at this point, hold, that one's bar down and blocked to the side by 8-Bit Man. At this point, in the last game, it was 3-3. Or at least it was about to be in the next, 5 seconds. So, yeah, as I said, we are a little bit lower scoring. As they mentioned on the RLCS broadcast today, maybe these teams used up all their goals in that first game. So we'll see if we see many more. But hey, there's the first. Right past that 3-minute mark, it's Anomaly over to Koa. That sounds familiar from the first game. And it's their first goal of the game once again, as this time they get first blood. So Arcadia going to be the ones playing from in front early, but I mean, leads weren't safe at all in the last game, so we'll see if it works out better for them this time. Colbob, though, good setup, and 8-Bit Man puts it high again. Chance now, over to Koa, high. That time you heard the ping. Anomalies blocked away by Colbob as well. Koa trying to pass it out. It'll be Colbob banging it down to the corner. Now out off the back wall, Colbob, 8-Bit Man. Anomaly through the air. He'll get another one downfield. Looking for a must-see down. Won't get much on it. Chance now up the right side. He'll look to follow it up. Dropping it down. Now Colbob still waiting behind it. Yami off the corner. He'll bounce it away. Chance downfield. This will roll up the corner. Now Chance trying to stay with it again, but can't get much on that. As Colbob tries to pop it up in the air. Anomaly dives. He gets beat. It's a tie game. Colbob bumped off following his first touch, but it doesn't matter. He'll follow it anyway. Gets the recovery, gets the goal, and it is 1-1 with 2 minutes left to play. This one knocked down again. Anomaly trying to bang it down into the corner. Bounce around again. Colbob gonna let that one go. 8-Bit Man now over to the side. Koa trying to recenter. Pop off the post. Sent away. Chance trying to go for it. It'll fall down wide. This one pop back again. Bumps come through. Yami looking for the long clear. And Chance! That's the wrong way. It's a 2-1 lead. Yami finds Chance. And he tries to flick it back, and it just doesn't go to the corner. As you see Yami joking about, those two did start the season on the same team, both playing for Calgary. Before, of course, Yami gets traded over for Remy, and then Chance gets traded over for Matt, building up that team. So maybe a little bit of connection there, even though they only spent about a week together. But hey, maybe less ideal for Chance, as now 1 minute left to go. His team once again finds themselves trailing. We'll see if they can find one back as Chance gets demoed. He might be the first line of defense, but a bit too awkward on the spawn, so Anomaly will take it. Colbob now popped out. Another double commit, and it's Chance who gets the ball. Yami now banged down. Anomaly gonna try to send it downfield. He'll follow it up, looking for a catch, and a dribble, and a goal. A couple bumps will help. It was Chance playing Wrecking Crew. He'll demo one, bump a second, and help to open up the path as Arcadia tie the game. 40 seconds to go. Arcadia really don't want to fall down against match point. So they're going to need very likely the next goal here. Time starting to run thin though. OT looming. 30 seconds left to go. That one's off target. A Bitman will try, but it's still wide. Yami now another center. Bounce straight away. Everyone upfield for Steinhatchee, but Cobalt will get there for a good challenge, and he'll go again. Another one down towards the blue final third. A Bitman diving in, beat by chance, but now Yami uncontested. Koa will go. He'll get it down the line. Cobalt will end up with control. Could be the last chance here, but it's blocked away by Anomaly. Koa now keeping it up, but everyone's downfield. It might work against them until the doink doesn't connect. It's overtime in game number 2. Steinhatchee 1 goal away from match point, and they might have a chance early here, but no final shot. Anomaly now slowing it down, will look for a 50, and he'll end up with a shot, but 8-Bitman's able to close it down. Anomaly now will steal the corner, and he'll turn in, but Yami still wins it away. Koa up next, dunked by 8-Bitman, missed by chance. Anomaly will turn, but 8-Bitman's already there. Up the sidewall, he'll get bumped off. It's low boost for Koa, and his touch is right at Yami. Forced into the corner again. Another double commit, maybe a shot for Colbob, might be a pass, but no one's there except Anomaly. Starting to look really awkward for Arcadia as they're trapped back here, but they've held on for now. Chance trying to get this one away, but it's a ground ball right to Colbob. He'll get over one, and it'll be Koa who needs to make the save. Koa now another one down the sidewall. He might look to go for another. That one just popped off the back wall. Colbob won't connect. Koa, though, not able to cut it on target. Chance another one downfield, bouncing out. Koa in the air. He'll bump one. Anomaly facing the wrong way. He'll turn and control it. Up in the air, he'll just drop it back down as it's left off to Chance. Chance now across the center. He'll get over two. Yami will get a touch. Yami now a bang all the way downfield. That'll be space for Steinhatchee as we are past 90 seconds played here in Golden Goal. Still at a gridlock for now. One though, starting to look a little awkward. Koa will win it forward. It's blocked away for now. Chance trying to keep the pressure on. Will get a shot, but 8-Bitman there pretty easily for the save. Koa now towards the back wall once again as we will cross 2 minutes. Chance already up for it, down towards the net. Colbob there easily. Yes, now Anomaly gets beat too. Koa kind of left alone. Awkward first touch. Still awkward. And in. It goes in off a defender in the end as Koa just gets too awkward and just gets cooked. Chance ends up in the wrong place. And Arcadia watch as it ricochets in, and they are 1 game away from dropping to 1-4. They outshoot them 8-6 in that one, but they don't get the goals across the line. And so as we move on towards Urban Central, the whole season, Cool Bob got drafted there. As we look on towards Urban Central for game number 3, pressure is now on for Steinhatchee. Well, no, actually, the other direction. I mean, I guess the pressure is there for Steinhatchee to close it out, but hey, that's a pretty good pressure. That's pretty light. It's much more debilitating for Arcadia as they're now 1 game away from dropping yet another series and falling to 1-4. We'll see if they're able to pull it back as they have looked competitive in both of these games, but just not quite enough. As this could be another early goal, and it will be. At least one of, if not the first goals for Chance in the series. And it's going to be first blood for Arcadia yet again for the 2nd game in a row. But of course, as we've seen, can't trust that lead very much. We'll need to see him expand on it, and we'll need to see it hold over time. Because they lost a 1-goal lead in the last game, and they lost a 2-goal lead in the first game. So definitely still room to go the other way. Oh, now another one up in the air. Chance chasing it down, but Kolbov wins the challenge. Now 50 down again, towards the ground. Yami's there. Chance, so another one forward, really putting the pressure on Steinhatchee, but so far they've been equal to it. They've been ready for these plays, and they have found the clears, which has then forced Arcadia to slow it down and really just limited how quickly they can make these plays. As that one's shot on by Kolbov, but blocked away by Koa. Now high in the air, Anomaly trying to bounce it down. Shot forward by Koa. It's out to the corner by 8-Bit Man. Bump comes through though as Chance is in the air. Trade of demos on the line, but Yami gets back in time. The lead stays at 1. Arcadia have had some pretty good push, but nothing that'll break through. And so we stay close for the moment. As Koa tries to win the 50, it will do so as it'll float all the way to the corner. It'll roll down and now bounce up over Koa. Anomaly left alone, trying to track it back. But not quite there yet. Anomaly now over towards the right wall. Koa's there, but Kolbov, yet another save. Steinhatchee doing really well on defense to keep it close, but of course, still a lot of time left to go, and the lead still only at 1, so far from comfortable here. As Chance tries to pop one forward, but it will be dunked the other way. 8-Bit Man high in the air. Koa will get a dunk. It'll fall on target, but Yami's already floating there for the save. Yami, another one just sent out. I mean, the criticism for Steinhatchee is that they played great defense, but we haven't seen very much defense from them, or very much offense from them at all. That they're getting these long clears and they're holding the line, but the clears don't lead to anything, as there could be a chance for something here. Blocked by Koa, pinched around again. It'll be too high for a shot. Anomaly looking to get it away, but it's right at 8-Bit Man. Bounced back in, so we will finally see an attack here. Kolbov on it again, a floater. Koa's there for the save. Yami now around the outside. Chance will play it back the other way. Chance bouncing down too high for Koa, but Anomaly's there. Chance in the air again. He'll get a dunk back down off the ceiling. Anomaly the 50 towards center, but it's played to the side by Kolbov. Now up off the right wall. This one 50'd away again. Chance off the corner, dropping across. Yami won't get a piece of it. And now cleared away again. Koa trying to get it down. 8-Bit Man trying to center it, now floated across. Chance down into the corner again. Kolbov now another reset. Koa trying to get it downfield. By the way, yeah, that's a big part of it. Is Steinhatchee have played some really good teams. I mean, you look at their schedule. I've already changed it on my end, but I'm pretty sure they played New York in week 1 and lost their back-and-forth series in 5. They then played Santa Carla, then Chicago, then Lincoln. So that is, by standings, 3 of the top 4 teams. Of course, Calgary would make that top 5 most likely, but standings don't reflect that yet. As Anomaly tries to bang this one in, it's out towards the side. 8-Bit Man trying to play it across. As this has been by far the slowest game of the series. As I'm interested to see, I have a feeling the shots might reflect that it's been very Arcadia favored. As soon as we start talking about it, they will add on. So Chance pops it over to Koa. Koa just floats it in. Yami caught without boost, not able to get back to it. And so with 24 seconds left to go, it's a 2-goal lead. Yeah, I don't fully know what Lemon meant by the phrasing of that. It's really funny that Kolbov's in the chat. But, I mean, they played hard teams. That's all I can say and maybe interpret that as. As Kolbov, though, big win forward. It's off the post. Is there a follow? No, there is not. And so the time will drop down, and Arcadia stay alive, and they'll force at least one more game. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Yo! Why? Okay. The only shots for Steinhatchee end up going to Kolbob as Arcadia outshoot them 7-5. And they managed to get those 2 extra. I might at the end of the stream, D-Fan. We'll see how we're doing time-wise. Not yet. We're not going to pause the series for it for sure. But I don't... Like, did I get XP and that completed a challenge somehow? Like, I don't have anything, Halio. I just have that drop. As we will see, I always open everything, and I had 6 things earlier that I opened them all. That's fair. I just open it. But, I mean, a big game for Arcadia, really shutting down the offense is, of course, Kolbob's still getting a decent amount of shots, but he's the only one. As most of them were just counterattack, flick something towards the net, doesn't quite go in, and then it's quickly cleared away. So, then you have so much stuff then, I'm sure. So, I mean, a much better game there for Arcadia as they just kind of controlled it from start to finish. But we'll see if they can do it again, or if we go back the other way. Oh, I'm sure. Game number 4. Steinhatchee still on match point, but the fight was there. This one cleared away now, dunked back down. Koa will pop it over to the right side. Yami now already with control down off the ceiling. 8-bit man there, blocked away by Anomaly. Chance won't connect, Anomaly will, but that was too committed. Yami hits the bar. 8-bit man's follow is slow, but it's almost good enough until it just rings off the bar again and bounces out. So a very strong early push here for Steinhatchee, but no goals to show for it. You do wish that, don't you? Unfortunately, no. As 1 minute has gone, no goal just yet, but how long does that last? As Anomaly snipes the top left corner, and he once again opens up the scoring for Arcadia. The Mages will have first blood for the 3rd game in a row. They managed to close out the last one. We'll see if they can do it again, as of course they got a shutout in the last one, which was the first time we'd seen that in all of this series, as every game before that game number 3 has been very back and forth and quite high scoring, with 8 and then 5 goals when you combine the 2 teams in each of those games, compared to 2 in game 3. So we'll see which one we have, as it definitely feels like for Arcadia they much prefer that slower, more offensively controlled game where they didn't give up a lot of shots and they didn't have to play through a shootout. Because it seems like when they go to a shootout, the defense from Steinhatchee that we have seen in every game has just looked that little bit better. As Koa bangs this off the left wall, does get a double, but Yami's there at contact. Chance now a high bouncing ball, like Bitman saves it, but he's out of boost. Anomaly placed well, but a bit too well as it pings off the post. Koa now will not find a double. Kolbob will get over one more before Chance is able to play it. Now off the left side again, Chance double off the back wall. Anomaly this time hits. And just before the halfway point, it's 2-0 Arcadia for the 2nd game in a row. And the pressure now starting to build for the Scallops. It looked clean through 2 games. But now a game and a half later, starting to look maybe a little bit scary, as they lost the last one and now down by 2 again, as Bitman needs to make a big save there to keep it off the line. Chance now pinched around. A Bitman trying to get it away. Will get another 50, but Koa forces it right back in. Now another flick away. Chance down around the outside. Another 150 down, bouncing towards the center, but they're all downfield, and it'll pop down to an open net. Koa finishes it himself, but most importantly, it's a goal for the Scallops. Their first since game number 2. And they are right back in it with 2 minutes left to play. Normally trying to drop this one down, has it across. Colwell will now block it out off the left wall. Yeah, now another one downfield. This one centered out, dropping in. A Bitman scores. And it is an equal game. We've said no lead is safe. Arcadia tried to buck that trend in game number 3, but they cannot in game 4. Just over 100 seconds left to play, and the fight is right back on as it's another overcommit, but this time it's wide for now. Yami trying to pinch it back. Double commit. Cole will push it over to the left wall, and he'll get another 50 there. A Bitman now trying to keep it close. Yami will get there first. Koa and Chance both on top of each other. But it'll be Chance with a clean recovery. He'll get one in the air looking for a shot, but a Bitman's there for it. Anomaly now streaking over. He'll slow it down. 50'd by a Bitman though, and Yami will now pop it away. He'll chase it down to the corner, and he'll 50 right through Chance. Back towards Koa though. He'll get down the sideline again until Kolbob just steals it away once more. This one now dropped down. Koa towards the backboard. Blocked further wide by 8-Bitman. Chance this time is trying to center it, but it's cleared all the way away. 45 left to play. Koa over to the right wall. Down off the ceiling. Yami already up. He'll win the 50. 8-Bitman there. Chance will save. Koa will play it wide. 30 seconds left to go. We stay even, but the momentum feels like it has shifted. Steinhatchee are looking so threatening here. And the pressure's gonna need to be there. But it will not be so. Yami slams a goal through. 16 to go. And Steinhatchee have the lead. 3-2. Arcadia now in dire need of another goal. This one out off the left side. By the way, this win would jump Steinhatchee all the way up to 7th place. As this one's around the corner, the clock drops. That one's wide, but the result will carry. Arcadia try, but they fall short. And Steinhatchee have a win on the board. They improve to 1-4. And they will not go winless this season. Arcadia made it a great series. They fought hard, but they just could not fight enough. As I'm kind of trying to think of the next series so I can have that mostly set up lobby-wise. But, of course, we will ask about... That's so fire, Kellen. Love to see that. We will ask about an interview. As that, of course, is a very big win for the Scallops. I see one's already out of the call. We'll see if the other two want one. But... yeah, I mean, for Arcadia, just a tough loss. You know, they still played pretty well. They still put up a pretty good fight, but again, just not going to be enough. As they end up falling short, it felt like they had so much momentum, but just not enough to carry through. As we are still waiting to hear. I guess, okay, I was going to say something, but I think we have a reply. And we are going to have an interview, and that's what I was going to say, Defame, but it'll wait for after, as we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Steinhatchee. Took a bit, but hey, you finally get there. How does it feel to have a win?
What is it? 5th time's a charm?
Yeah,
Yeah, we completely predicted it. It's fine. All good vibes now.
all
We
part of
won't
the
win another
plan.
one. We won't lose another one at all. Trust.
Bro's confident now. Bro's confident.
Yeah, all confidence now. All confidence now.
I mean, is he wrong? What are the vibes here?
There's some tough people coming up. There's some tough people coming up.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Tiger is
All right.
not even an issue, bro. I don't know. Who's that lemon guy, bro? We're gonna destroy him.
Now, of course, were you guys expecting a win in this series? Did you feel confident going in?
Personally, yes. Personally, I was expecting a win. Preferably a sweep, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I do have to
Yeah, I'll
ask.
be honest. My goal was to win one game, but we didn't win that, so I'll take it.
Well, your team had the confidence to carry you through, so worked out well enough.
That's
Now,
what I'm saying. W team.
I do have to ask, once they get that game win and they get that lead in game 4, was there a little bit of fear that the momentum had turned, or did you guys stay confident?
Not much, because we kind of trolled on that
Okay.
game, to be honest. Like, we were confident that if we just got back into the flow, we were gonna be fine. So
Okay. Fair.
yeah, that's all. That's all for me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, main other question I have is that next week you guys are set up to play against Calgary. So I agree, a pretty tough game. How do you feel about that matchup?
I think I'm just gonna demo Vice a lot and see how he feels about it.
Okay.
You know,
Mental.
might make him. Yeah, you know, his mental's easy to chalk. So
Okay.
that Matt guy though, I don't know. He might be a toughie, but I think we can hold him down.
Absolutely. Kellen says you guys are sweeping them. So
Yeah,
Shout
Kellen
out.
knows what's up. Kellen knows
Yeah.
what's up.
he did call you
Kellen knows
Cobalt,
ball.
though.
Yeah, he's been doing that lately. I don't know why. I
Okay.
think he forgot. I think it's early onset dementia from being so old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right. Well, I think that's about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on the win and good luck next week.
Thank you, doggo. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Now, of course, before we wrap things up, we do have one more thing to do. I have 2. Okay, so you guys get 2. I apparently also had a deluxe drop, so we can do this. We can. Yo, no way. Wheels. That's so insane. And then what do we get? Oh, it's a boost. Okay. So it's an import. It'll be a boost. I don't know which boost. Fantastic. I swear I have like so many of those. How many do I have? Because I swear I got that out of a drop earlier today. I have 3 of them. I have 3 unpainted and then a T white, I guess. But I mean, the drops weren't very kind, but it's okay, you know? It's all right. The series was pretty kind to Steinhatchee, of course, as they managed to close that one out in 4 games. So, pretty clean from them and a pretty big win for them. Again, that jumps them up all the way into 7th place. And so much better from the 10th that they've been for most of the season. And we'll see, things might change if Miami end up picking a win tonight. But we'll see then, as that does it for our first series of the night. Again, we have 3 more on the hour for the next 2, and then pretty soon after the 3rd and for the 4th. We hope to see you back for all of those, but for now, your final score one last time. Steinhatchee 3, Arcadia 1. So Cozy's Prism team gets a win, and it'll be his Pixel team up next, up against Loudon at 8 o'clock. We hope to see you back in just a little bit.